Now we have Comrade Philah, the president of the West African Student Union, WASU, who will be joining us via Zoom to still discuss on the recent increase in the PMS price. Thank you so much for being a part of the news at this time.
Thank you.
All right, so quickly, Nigerians are going through a lot as a result of subsidy removal and now arbitrary increase in pump price of PMS. What is your response to this disturbing development? Let's start from there.
Okay, first and foremost, I would like to appreciate the introduction, the indigenous refinery owned by the foremost Nigerian, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. We have already described him as a global press setter with the Dangote refinery in focus. Nigerians have suffered so much since assumption of office by the president, occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy. It is believed that the removal of fuel subsidy would have given a total relief to the sufferings of Nigerians. But since then, there has been adverse hardships experienced by Nigerians, particularly the majority of Nigerians who are the average Nigerians. So the increase in the PMS cannot be dissociated from the removal of subsidy. It is happening that at a time that Nigeria has a refinery where it has the capacity of producing 650,000 barrels of fuel per day, which can be recycled within Nigeria, and the excess being sold out of Nigeria. Nigerians are faced with these challenges. It is on this note that I want to commend the leadership of the Dangote refinery and also the leadership of this Nigeria, because for a refinery to be established in a particular country, it takes the approval and the cooperation of the leadership of that particular nation, led by our president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We want to state without fear or favor that since Nigeria has given the background, they have given the opportunity for this refinery to be established in Nigeria, they should go ahead and have a seemingly discussions with the leadership of the Dangote refinery, because it is believed that there has been frustration from unknown corners. A lot of persons have believed that any person coming to attack the Dangote refinery through refusal of remitting or selling the crude oil to the Dangote refinery for production of oil and gas has been backed up by the leadership of this country. And so as a regional student union body that we have done our research, we want to believe that if there is a total cooperation between the Dangote refinery and the federal government, and I want to also state that if Dangote had wanted to establish this refinery out of Nigeria or any of the neighboring countries, any of other continents, he would have done that. He decided to establish in Nigeria. Since the NNPC, the federal government has been battling with resuscitating the indigenous government-owned refineries, and Dangote has come to stay. Dangote has established a refinery that can compete with the whole world. It is a global recognition. Dangote has fortified Nigerians. He has placed Nigeria on the global map, where other countries can troop into Nigeria by refining their oil and taking them back, just like Nigeria has been doing it. So, as a regional body of student union, we want to say that if there is a total cooperation between the federal government and the Dangote refinery, the price of fuel, the PMA price in Nigeria will be reduced. And the NNPC or the federal government should not be seen as being the pioneering or the championing cause as the determinant of how much fuel is sold in Nigeria. This should be holistically discussed, because by the time NNPC or Nigeria have taken over discussions about how much a particular liter of fuel is sold in Nigeria, Nigerians will still look at the federal government, the NNPC, and every other corporation or agency started with the responsibility of monitoring production and supply of fuel or petrol in Nigeria as being a saboteur to the goodwill that has come to Nigeria through the establishment of the Dangote refinery. Hello?
Community and the institution generally.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm with you.
All right, so I said, as a member of the Student Union, how do you see this recent development affecting the student community and the institution generally?
Yes, I personally coming from the student angle or student constituency, I would like to condemn totally the sudden increase in the PMS. In this country and any other continent you go, the student constitutes 60% of the population of any nation. Now, wherever and whenever there is increase in the PMA price, the students who are usually known to be attending to their lectures, going to school, there is no day you see a particular student sitting at home receiving lectures. And students are not politically hosted or accommodated within the university communities. And the increment in school fee is always occasioned by the hardship faced by institutions. As a student body, whenever there is no light in a particular school, particularly when students are preparing for examinations, particularly when students are supposed to be in class in the night reading, and they get to classes and there is no light, students will be forced to buy petrol or fuel to fuel their generators. Even when this is done by the particular institutions, the burden is brought back upon students. This has led to insistent increase in school fees by institutions because of the cost of living, because of the services that are needed to be provided by the management of our institutions. So the increase in PMS has led to the inability of a lot of institutions now to provide adequate learning environment for students, because where there is no income for a particular institution that they can sustain and manage delivery of lectures, printing or examination material, production of conducive environment for lecturers where they sit and prepare for our lectures, it causes a lot of damage to students. And where there is no conducive environment for students to learn, this can lead to total failure of students in the course of examination. And by the end, we face it because there is no way a student will be expected to bring us into our home base during examinations when there is no adequate preparation towards examinations. Apart from this, a lot of lecturers usually not attend to us during lectures. The reason being that I left my house around 7 a.m. hoping to get fuel, getting to the queue, which is longer than expected, and then children are sitting in the class, and before the lecturer comes, the time meant for that particular lecture is over. No lecture for that particular day. And the lecturer is blaming the country, the economy hardship, being the reason why he will not be able to attend to students. And from our own end, when you are prepared to attend a particular lecture from your house, and usually you used to be 500 per bike, or you take a car at 1,000, with this sudden increase, even the budget that is meant by a particular student that can sustain for a particular semester cannot be is not sustainable, because what has been scheduled, what has been planned, has been the cost of living for a particular student, has been controlled by transportation and other issues around students' community.
All right, Comrade Philah. So thank you so much for being a part of the news. Thank you so much for sharing your views and, of course, revealing to us the effect this has on the students and Nigerians as a whole. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and that was Comrade Philah, the president of the West African Student Union, WASU.